going into a question that I am so happy you ended your question how you ended it, because it leads us into another question that I saw, which, just to give you a little bit of the background, I want to say many women experience changes in our body composition, even outside of menopause and perimenopause, but especially during perimenopause and menopause, even with a healthy lifestyle, right? Dr.
Mhm.
Starr, for someone who works out well, eats well, they do everything that you just said, the weights, staying away from the windows, all of that, but they still struggle with the belly fat, the stubborn midsection. How do you navigate the wide range of products claiming to alleviate symptoms that support weight management? What should they look for when choosing the right product?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So I think it depends on what you're bringing into the table. So remember, every medicine, anything you take, it may have a side effect or some type of consequence. Number one, we don't know what all those side effects are because everything affects everybody's body a little bit differently. So I think that if you're a person who is the other thing too, when you go to your doctor and you're still struggling, show your doctor your like what you're doing. Like, hey, I'm doing this, So if you're strength training and you're still not losing a lot of weight, are you increasing your weights? Are you doing more compounded movements? Like you can't expect to continue to do 10 pounds with squats of 10-pound dumbbells and expect to see a change. Your body, oh my goodness, our bodies are like greatest compensators. So they get used to something and then they get used to it, right? That you do something, you trigger it, and then they get used to that. It plateaus. So you always want to set the bar a little bit higher when it comes to your exercise regimen. Same thing for food. Another radical thing I do for my patients too is a continuous glucose monitor. Because one thing that people don't realize is that different foods affects different people's bodies and sugar breaks down differently. So I have people wear a continuous glucose monitor on their arm so they can understand what different foods are doing to them. Because we assume that certain things cause your blood sugar to go up or go down, but everybody's body processes that a little bit differently. So I would start with that. And then in terms of the different medications, like I said, it just depends on the risk that you're bringing to the table. If you're a person with a lot of high blood pressure issues, things like Adipex aren't going to be great for you. If you're a person that's pre-diabetic, doing all the things, still not hitting your numbers and still having that weight around your tummy, something like Wegovy or semaglutide, tirzepatide, those things might be better for you. But I think it just depends on what you're bringing to the table.
Interesting.